You're listening to the Weekend Sport Podcast with Jason Pine from News Talk ZB.
Let's get you across the Tasman. Adam Peacock out of coachsports.com.au is with us. I thought you would be somewhere between your house and Randwick. Are you on your way?
Are you tracking me or something? You got a tracking device on there? I'm literally halfway.
Oh, good. I Wish I Win. Are you on the back of I Wish I Win?
Yeah, the Kiwi horse, Kiwi bred, and I think Trackside Media, which is part of, I think, Ladbrokes Worldwide, they bought the slot and got I Wish I Win as part of their crew. So, yeah, I'm on it. It's one of my favourite horses by virtue of the fact that it's put more money in my pocket than taken out. So hopefully it does the same again today.
Sounds like a good formula. Hope it continues for you a bit later on today. Let's look at some other sport that's happening. What's going on with Eddie Jones? What is happening here?
I don't know. I don't think anyone knows. Look, reading between the lines, it looks like a power play from Eddie. It's, I want this. This has to happen. Otherwise, my job is harder than it needs to be, in my eyes. And if it doesn't change, I'm going to go to Japan. Now, obviously, the job in Japan's not locked in. It's him and one other, the Sunwolves coach, that are going for it. But I dare say the Japanese, given what Eddie's done over there previously, would be pretty keen to have Eddie over there. As far as I'm concerned, he can go. The way that it's all transpired and the way that he's conducted himself, i.e. saying, we're all in this, stick with me, berating journalists, which is the last on the list because they're only journalists, but saying that I've got a plan, this is what the plan's going to be, I'm going to brush off these guys, experienced guys, to bring in new things, and then at the same time, even this is a 1% possibility, for me is just, I can't see how his job remains secure in terms of the trust that is required when you're in a job of that magnitude. It's just, as I said, the word is untenable as far as I'm concerned, and it's up to Rugby Australia to work out what's what now.
Do you think that's the unanimously held view, Adam, or do you think there are still some Australian rugby fans who want him to stay?
I wouldn't say there's so many fans. I'd say that he'd have support at management level and also board level, which, when it comes down to it, is all that really counts in the professional era. But it just, like, sometimes these sporting organisations, and it happens all around the world, that they kind of get lost in their own noise, so that they can't bring themselves to take 3 steps, which you can't take 1 or 2. You need to take at least 3 steps away from the bubble to work out what's what. Like both looking back within and noticing the general sentiment around. And the general sentiment probably isn't the way to go, but it's really important to disassociate yourself from the internal workings and have a clear look at it. And I just get the feeling that Rugby Australia can't do that at the moment with Eddie because he's too intertwined with some of the figures that are there.
So out of the Rugby World Cup, but still in the Cricket World Cup. However, it hasn't been the greatest of starts, has it, for Australia at this Cricket World Cup? A loss to India by 6 wickets and South Africa by 134 runs. Admittedly, they're good cricket sides. What have you made of the first couple of outings for Australia at the Cricket World Cup?
Go the Black Caps. Yeah, not good. Not good at all. They look tired and confused, which is not great 2 games into a World Cup. Now, it can change because it's a long campaign, but they're making life very hard for themselves. They now have to win 6 out of 7, and they've got some of the weaker sides to play, well, on paper, weaker sides, and one of those sides is Sri Lanka, who have got off to an 0-2 start as well. They play on Monday, which will tell us a lot, because it wasn't so much the defeat. The size of the defeat was harsh, but the manner in which some of the things that happen, especially in the field and with the ball, just head-scratching stuff. Like Mitchell Starc didn't bowl 10 overs, for instance, 7 drop catches, which, Piney, Australia has always been an elite fielding team. That just all points towards a team that, I don't know, that they want to be there, but are they dialed in the manner that they need to be at this level of competition? No. So they've got to fix it, and only themselves can fix it. So we'll see what they dish up on Monday.
And our Two Nations play a football international at Brentford on Wednesday morning down this end of the world. Tuesday evening over there. The Australians warmed up with a game at a sold-out Wembley Stadium against England this morning. A 1-0 win to England. What was the story of that game?
Close game, really close game, and like we had our chances. England had their chances. we played well. We made life difficult for England, and it was a 50-50 call, and we had one or two massive chances to hit the bar, hit the post with a header from a set piece. Also had a great couple of shooting opportunities in the first half that didn't quite come off, and on another day they go in and we walk away with something from the game. In the end, England, they're sprinkling of class because they've got high credentialed players, end up taking one big chance that they got. But yeah, can be well satisfied with that, and they just need to replicate that performance, with all due respect to New Zealand, on Tuesday night over there in London, and we should get a win. But did the All Whites play this morning, or
they did? Yes. Yeah. No, they had a game against the Democratic Republic of Congo in Spain this morning. A 1-1 draw. The Africans scored just after half time. Chris Wood with a late penalty to make it 1-1. So a bit of a confidence boost. I thought they played all right, actually, Adam. I called the game over here, and I thought they played well. So looking forward to seeing what plays out in Brentford on Wednesday morning.
Yeah, it should be a close game. And Graham Arnold is probably going to make a few changes as well and give some emerging players a go. So it'll be interesting to see how it all pans out.
Look forward to it. Travel safe to Randwick, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day/evening there, and you come home with your pockets lined.
Yeah, at about 4 a.m. Cheers, mate.
Good on you, mate. See you soon. Adam Peacock, codesports.com.au is where you read him and hear him here on News Talk ZB every Saturday afternoon.
For more from Weekend Sport with Jason Pine, listen live to News Talk ZB weekends from midday, or follow the podcast on iHeartRadio.